and action.
Hello, my name is Andrew Beckman, and this is my audience. Now you know what the ocean is. You've seen it, you've heard about it. If you go to TMUCC, you've more likely been there. However, you may not have known that the ocean helps us fight against global warming. Today I'm going to be talking about ocean acidification, which causes the ocean to struggle to maintain its balance it once had in fighting against global warming. Throughout this presentation, I'm going to be talking about what is ocean acidification, the process of ocean acidification, and its effect on the future. But before I begin about talking about what ocean acidification is, I'm going to talk about a few basic chemistry facts that are important. First of all, oceans are not acidic. The pH of the ocean is 8.2, which means that it's alkaline. For a solution to be acidic, the pH has to be below 7. Oceans also naturally absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, and carbon dioxide reacts with water. So what is ocean acidification? It's a decrease in pH of the ocean. This is caused primarily by carbon dioxide uptake. And if you look at the graph by Richard Feely from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, you can see that as dissolved carbon dioxide increases, pH decreases. The main instigator of ocean acidification is carbon dioxide increasing in the atmosphere. This is caused by our industries not following environmental regulations. From the Industrial Revolution times, you can see that we've had a pretty big increase. Now this increase in atmospheric CO2 has a pretty big effect on our ocean because the chemistry of the ocean depends highly on the chemistry of the atmosphere. The ocean has absorbed about half of the CO2 since Industrial Revolution times. If the ocean didn't absorb it, global warming would be a lot worse than it is today. Now this increase in atmospheric CO2 and CO2 in the ocean has led to ocean acidification, which is a picture from the UK Ocean Acidification Research Program. Shows the step-by-step process of how ocean acidification works. First step is that the ocean absorbs the atmospheric CO2. This newly dissolved carbon dioxide reacts with the water to form carbonic acid. And even though carbonic acid is an acid, it's not the reason why the pH is decreasing. The real reason why pH is decreasing is the hydrogen ions that dissociates from the carbonic acid. The more hydrogen ions you have, the lower the pH, the more acidic it is. And when this happens, it puts stress on marine organisms and their structures. So far, pH has decreased from about 8.2 to 8.1. This may not seem like a big change. However, pH is on a logarithmic scale, which means so it's actually been about a 30% increase in acidity, which is pretty substantial since it's only been about 50 years. Organisms and marine ecosystems are already starting to become extinct because they can't adapt well to the increased acidity. Some possible responses that we have to fight this problem is just, first of all, just reduce CO2 emissions provide environmental regulations to fight against them, make industry comply to them. If that doesn't work, because industries like to fight against it, we have iron fertilization, which research is still being done. It's where you input iron into the ocean, and the iron causes a phytoplankton bloom, which the phytoplankton then uses the CO2 as a resource, and it causes the CO2 to decrease. In the future, if we don't change anything and we leave everything the way we have been doing, the pH values will drop to about 7.8 by the year 2100. Global warming will continue to get worse, and we won't be able to reverse the effects of global warming anymore. If we start now, we'll be able to reverse the effects eventually. It just will take a few extra years. So now that I've talked to you about what ocean acidification is, the process of ocean acidification, and the effect it has on the future, I hope you gained a better understanding of how we affect the ocean and how the ocean affects us. Thank you for listening. That is my presentation.